Hey y'all, today I'm using the P. Louise Make It Rain palette. Let me show it to you real quick. It's absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to be doing this look that I've created from this palette. So if you want to see how I did this look, please stick around. Hey you guys, what's going on? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing great. Today I'm going to use my new P. Louise palette. I showed it to you in the intro, so I'll show it to you again later. I actually did try a look from this palette yesterday, but I hated the look, so I decided not to upload it. I uploaded the video of my house instead. So thank you for the cool feedback on that. I'm glad you guys like the place. So let's get started on my face. For primer, I'm going to use the Nars Radiance primer. This has SPF 35. My skin actually looks not bad right now without anything on it. I don't know what it is. It looks pretty good. So the upstairs neighbors are like going crazy right now. I don't know what they're doing up there, but if you hear like banging and stuff, that's what it is. Oh, and thank you to the person who suggested this Mael Edge Gel. I love it. It works great. No flyaways, nothing, like my hair is not moving. So thank you so much for that. See the radiance coming off my skin? I just love this primer. It's just so good. And it goes really well with the foundation I'm about to use, which is a KVD Good Apple in the shade Medium 027. I'm going to find my brush. I absolutely love this foundation. It's one of my favorites. It's probably my second favorite out of all the foundations that I have. And some people say that it's drying on the skin, but for me, because I have normal to oily skin, for me, it's perfect. And if you use a lot of skincare, moisturizers, whatnot, before you put it on, it should be fine. And then use like a not a mattifying primer. If you use like a dewy kind of primer, it should be fine. I absolutely love it. And I like that the medium actually works on me. I usually use a light, but the medium is just, I don't know, it's good for me. And go in with a sponge to further blend that out. Pick up the excess product and just make it look airbrushed. This is one of those foundations you don't necessarily need to use the sponge because it's just so good on its own, but I always use the sponge. This foundation does have a bit of yellow in it. It must be a warm undertone, but once you put on the bronzer and the concealer and everything, it's not going to matter. You're not going to see it. Look how gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? The full coverage. I only had to go over once. And it's got like the full coverage and it blends out beautifully. It's just a good foundation. Okay, and then for concealer, I'm going to use the Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer. And this is in the shade 001 Neutral Swan. This is an absolutely beautiful, I have a hair somewhere, it's bugging me. This is an absolutely beautiful concealer. Everything is good about it. The color, the under eye brightness that it gives, it just blends out beautifully. It's just a very good concealer. You know, Catrice makes some very good products. I think they're not hyped up enough. I'm not sure where Catrice is from or where it's popular, but it should be popular here because they have some excellent products. And the foundation that I use, the KVD, I said it was my second favorite. My first favorite is my Catrice foundation. So they just have some really excellent products. So if you haven't tried them, you do yourself a favor and try them because they're really, really good. I think I found them by accident just looking through Amazon, just looking at makeup through Amazon, and I just tried one of their products and I absolutely fell in love. I think I did a whole face of Catrice one time and it was really good stuff. For a bronzer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour. And this is in the shade Fair Light. And I'm just going to blend this out with a sponge. This is a beautiful bronzer. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Just warms the face up very nicely. And then for blush, I'm going to use the Ucanbe liquid blush in the shade Guava. This is a perfect liquid blush for the powder blush that I'm going to be using. It's just such a nice blush. It's the color is so good. I think this would go on any skin shade, skin tone, skin color. Look how beautiful that is. It's just like a muted orange, like a nude orange. It's beautiful. Okay, so for what's next? For powder, for pressed powder, I'm going to use the Nars Light Reflecting Powder in the shade Translucent. You know, I've been not using loose powder for about a week now, and honestly, I cannot tell a difference in how my makeup sits, and I just can't tell a difference at all. So I don't really see the point in doing it other than I have a lot of loose powder and I don't know what to do with it now. But yeah, I've not been using loose powder and it hasn't made a bit of difference. So I don't see the point. For setting spray, I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. Oh, that's so good. It's just so good. It's a very fine mist and the pump is strong. So it's a very nice setting spray. For highlighter, I'm going to use the Rimmel Highlight in the shade Stardust. This is it here. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to use my new fan brush. I've been kind of changing up the way I do my makeup. I want to start doing my highlighter and then my blush and then my bronzer. Just because I've seen somebody else do it, and you know me, I see somebody else doing something, and I want to do it that way, but also because it will hopefully help me learn where to put my blush, because I've noticed in my videos that I've been putting my blush kind of all over my face. And I just want like a strip instead of, you know, a whole, like covering my whole face. So that's what I'm trying to do. This is a beautiful beautiful highlighter. This side's better. So when you put it on with a fan, it doesn't go on as intensely as it does when you put it on with a brush. So that's why I got the fan, because I'm trying to chill out on the highlighter also. Just trying to be more grown up about how I do my makeup, I guess. So it looks nice. It's not as intense as it usually is, and it just looks nice. For blush, I'm going to use the Colourpop in the color Shortbread. Uh-oh, can I get it open? Yes. And then I'm going to use my new blush brush, which I absolutely love. This is from Real Techniques. It's very nice. And I'm going to kind of put the blush over the highlighter so that it just kind of blends in together. That's beautiful. Those two blushes go really nicely together. The liquid blush and the powder blush. Yeah, I think I put it in the right spot. And then for bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Revolution Mega Bronzer in the shade Cool. And then what am I using for a brush? I'm using this brush. I'm afraid it's too big though. So I'm trying to not put stuff all over my face. And then I just put that right at the bottom of the blush. Yeah, that looks nice. I need to get a smaller bronzer brush. But I like a big brush for my forehead though. That's the only thing. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Okay, now this is the P. Louise Make It Rain palette. I got this in my monthly budget box and it opens like this. Isn't that beautiful? I'm not so much for all these light colors up here, but these darker shades, there's a very dark purple, blue, and green. And this is the only palette that I have where I actually have a true navy blue. I actually have two of them. I actually have two navy blues in this, but yeah, this is the only palette that I own where I have that. So I'm going to go in with a medium-sized brush. And what I don't like about when I do blue eyeshadow is like the baby blue that comes on the top that you blend it out into. It's always like a baby blue. I don't like that. So I'm going to take like a grayish blue. This is called I'm Soaked. And I'm going to use this as my transition shade. I've already got stuff on the brush from yesterday. Yeah, I just wasn't happy with the makeup look that I did yesterday. I look like Alice Cooper, and I'm just too old for that kind of look. And I'm going to bring this up all the way to like the higher crease and lower brow bone area. See, this isn't like your average blue. This is more like a gray kind of a blue. Although it does look kind of baby blue on the camera. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush with nothing on it, I hope. I'm just going to blend that out. I'm going to have to find something to do with this palette because I can't just sit here and hold it the whole time. My eyes look a little weird. I already tight lined them. That's why it looks a little crazy. Okay, and I'm going to take this angled brush. Where did it go? Here it is. I'm going to go into the shade Rain Check. And this is my navy blue. And I'm just going to put this on the outer corner. And I'm using this angled brush to make sure that I get it in the dip area. Because sometimes I notice when I'm editing my videos that I kind of miss that part. So that's what I like about this brush is it gets everywhere. It's all in the nooks and crannies. I'm just going to leave that, and I'm going to blend that out in a second. I'm going to pat blend at the edges first, and then I'll come back and blend it out. But I love this blue. Isn't that a gorgeous blue? I'll probably do a couple of looks out of this palette. I know that there's definitely some greens. You know, I'm going to hit those greens and then maybe a purple look. Let's see what I can come up with. Okay. And I'm going to go into, let me find another brush. I'm going to go into another fluffy brush and let me find a blue color to blend that out. I think I'm going to just go back into the shade I'm Soaked. Blend around the edges. This is a gorgeous navy blue. This is probably the prettiest blue I have in any of my palettes. And I know there's a navy blue in like the Blue Blood palette, but it's just, there's something off with it for me. It's like, I don't know, it's got shimmer in it or something, but it's just not, it's not the blue that I've been looking for. This is the blue that I've been looking for. God, it's beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to take this fluffy brush and let me see. I'm going to go into a shade called Monsoon Magic. That's another blue, but it's a different type of blue. And I'm just going to bring this right in the inner corner just as a base for my shimmer. I like that they put different blues in here, not just the normal blues that you get in every blue palette that you see. Let me see what kind of shimmer I want to use. I want to use something quite light. I think I'm going to go into the shade called Wet and Wild. How about that? That looks pretty. Let me find my flat brush. I'm going to clean this off because I had a different shimmer on it yesterday. There's some like blue greens in here. There's turquoise. What's the other one? Like aquamarine. And then there's some like neutral shades like that. I think I'm just going to do a lot with this palette. I think. I want to get in there with my finger and do this shimmer, but my nails are way too long. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, this is coming along nicely, much better than yesterday. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Wow. P. Louise, you impress me all the time. I have another P. Louise palette coming that I couldn't help but buy. You know, I have the chapter books. And I have chapter 1 and chapter 3. And I've been looking for chapter 2 because it's more of like a peachy toned. And they finally put it back on sale. I've been looking for it for the longest time. And I just thought it was like discontinued or whatever, but they put it back and now I'm going to be getting it, I think, in the next couple of days. So I'm very excited to use that palette, but I've got a few more looks that I want to do before I touch that palette. I want to do a couple more looks out of this palette. I have a new Anastasia Beverly Hills palette that I want to try. And I want to do some more out of the Colourpop palette, the Precious Metals. So I have a lot coming up, y'all. So I'm going to go put on some eyelashes and some lip liner, and I'll be back. Okay, for lip liner, I used Colourpop BFF3. And then for lipstick, I'm going to use the Too Faced. It's beautiful. Isn't this beautiful? My God. And then it's Magnet. It's just so great. And so this is the Too Faced Cocoa Bold. And this is in the shade Buttercream.
Skinny.
It's a nice matte lipstick, but it's also creamy, so it doesn't like totally dry out your lips. It's a beautiful shade too. I absolutely love it. It goes really well with this lip liner, and I imagine it would go well with a lot of different lip liners. Oh, I just dropped the lid. Up, it's on the floor. All right, you guys. Well, that's going to be it for me for today. I hope you like this look. I absolutely love it. Compared to yesterday, this looks amazing. But I think that looks amazing on its own. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you like it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.